In this video, I'm going to show you how to use names in Excel. Names is Excel's word for lists. So when I say name, just think of a list of items. And what that allows you to do is use a single word or term to reference multiple pieces of information in Excel. I'm going to show you two ways to get to your name manager or to create names in this video, and then I'll show you why they're useful. The first and most straightforward way to create a name is to select all of the cells with information you want to refer to. Then you want to go up to this name box and put in the name that you want to use. So in this case, I'm going to use the 4 people for whom I'm tracking PT tests and press enter. Now when I select that name, it's going to automatically reference all 4 of these people. So when I plug in a formula, I can use that name instead of having to go back and select those 4 people. The other way that's less straightforward but more useful to get to this name manager tool is to navigate to your formulas tab. Go to name manager. The icon is going to look just like a luggage tag. So select that. And every name that I've created in this workbook is going to show up. I'm going to create a new name this time. This one's going to be called scores, because this is where I'm going to capture those PT scores over there. I'm going to select the cells I want to use. And then I'm going to make sure that my scope is where I want it. Scope just means where you can use this name in your workbook. For now, I'm going to leave it referencing the entire workbook so that I can use this name on other sheets. But if I want to, I could just make this name work for certain sheets in my document. I tend to use my names across the entire workbook, so I don't really mess with this. I'm going to press OK. And you'll see that scores is now in my name list. I'm going to press close, and my workbook is going to update. I kind of cheated and plugged in some information earlier, so you saw these 2 fields populate because they were referencing my name. The most important thing that this does for you is it saves you a lot of time hand jamming. Normally, if I want to find the average of something, I type in my formula, average, and then I would drag my mouse over all of these cells to pick the numbers that I want to reference, and then press enter. Just like so. I'm not going to do that, because it's going to reference scores for me anyway. What I do instead is average, tab. I'm going to type in the first couple characters of my name. Excel's going to prompt me to use the name that I created, so I press that, and press enter, and Excel is going to reference my name in that formula instead of me having to go through and select every item. Where that gets useful is when you want to update a name so that you don't have to update multiple sheets in your Excel workbook. So let's add a new person. Bob has a score of 84 on his PT test, we'll say. You'll notice that my formulas didn't update because the scores name doesn't cover that information yet. So we got to go back to our name manager and update this name. We're going to go back, but this time we're going to use a shortcut. If you press Control F3, it brings your name manager up, and then we can go edit scores. So click scores, click edit. All I'm going to do is change my range to cover Bob's score now. So I press OK. The save took, I close it out, and you notice that both of these formulas updated to reflect Bob's score. Across this entire workbook, any cell that referenced my scores name will have updated automatically as well, so I don't have to go through and update the rest of my document.